Hey, this is Jason Kleberg from the Force 5 podcast, a show that forces a guest to come up with a movie-themed top 5 list topic, and then we reveal our picks on air. Top 5 heist films, top 5 tearjerkers, top 5 movie dogs. Every show you'll be asking yourself, what would be on my list? Guests include directors, screenwriters, actors, podcasters, musicians, authors, and even a professional wrestler. Subscribe to the Force 5 podcast, and you won't just be a listener, you'll be a list nerd. The Force 5 podcast, available wherever you're listening now.
Hello and welcome to Tumbleweeds and TV Cowboys. My name is Hunter. In this podcast, I'll be joined by a different guest each week to discuss a classic Western movie or TV show. I've been a fan of classic Westerns for as long as I can remember, and in recent years, they've become very nostalgic for me. I love the aesthetic, the tropes, and I love seeing different filmmakers' takes on them. At their best, they're incredibly entertaining, rewatchable, and some of my all-time favorite movies are Westerns. We'll mostly focus on Western movies made in Hollywood, but we'll also be covering spaghetti Westerns, and one thing I'm very excited to get into are Western TV shows. I've got some amazing guests coming on the show, film professors, historians, and podcasters. And Tumbleweeds and TV Cowboys is part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network, and many guests on the show will be from other shows on the network. Thanks for listening.
Wake Up Heavy is a Weirding Way media podcast.
Welcome to Wake Up Heavy, the world's greatest horror movie podcast. In this episode, my weird dad will be talking about...
I'm getting better! No, you're not. You'll be stone dead in a moment.
Hello, and welcome to Wake Up Heavy. This is Mark Begley, your host, and I'm doing a little update on my recovery. I spoke about my accident on the last episode, Anatomy of a Fall. Hope you liked that clever title. And it's been exactly 8 weeks since my accident. I have been home for just over 6 weeks, and it has been roughly a month since the last recording, and I've definitely had a lot of improvements since then. So I'm going to go over that real quickly, and then I actually was able to get the kid to record with me over the weekend.
Hey, that's me.
We'll end with our discussion of some of the films that we watched before and after my accident. And I got lucky today. We have been having street maintenance on our block for the last couple of weeks. They are repairing our sidewalks and curbs that have been damaged over the years from the roots in the trees that they plant in the park strips. And I don't know who's in charge of doing that, but how they haven't figured out which trees don't grow enormous roots that tear up the concrete, I don't know. And they need to hire someone who knows this stuff. Anyway, apparently they're not working today. It is raining a little bit, but they have worked through rain like this before. And that reminds me, we're having a lovely, cool, and wet March here for the first time in I don't know how many years. It's usually already getting kind of warm in Fresno in March, and I am enjoying the fact that it is not. So I am basically free from all the medical equipment that I had been using once I got home. So I think when I recorded last, I was just about out of the wheelchair completely. I had started using the double walker because my arm was out of its sling. Didn't spend too long on that before I moved to a cane. And currently, I am not using any aids to help me walk. I have a pretty significant limp, but that is getting better as well. I don't use the shower bench that I was using. Don't need to use the commode anymore. What else did I have? I'm back in my own bed, thank God. I was sleeping on the couch for the first, I think 2 weeks after I got home, just because wheelchair would not fit in the bedroom where my spot in the bed is, plus having to get up multiple times during the night to go to the bathroom. But that has all stopped. I am also now able to sleep on my side. I am a side sleeper, and sleeping on my back for, well over a month was getting kind of old. Pretty much now it's just paying the bills, and isn't that fun? My out-of-pocket maximum with my insurance, thank God I have coverage like this, is less than $10,000, and I'm definitely meeting that. And I kind of hemmed and hawed about possibly doing a GoFundMe or something, but it's been spread out enough to where it looks like I'm going to be able to manage it. I probably wouldn't get anything if I did a GoFundMe anyway, and I don't honestly really need it. This is going to be a financial hit, but I'm still working, I'm still getting paid, and if that had become a problem where I was this put me out of work, that would be something different. But I was back to work after 2 weeks and didn't miss any pay or anything like that. And like I said, the bills are coming in not very fast, so that makes it a little bit more manageable. Yeah, we won't get into the whole health insurance thing, but I'm grateful that I have a cap on my out-of-pocket maximum and that it's not too terribly ridiculous, and that pretty much everything that was done to me and for me is covered under my insurance, except for the ambulance ride, which honestly wasn't that bad of a charge. I know that can really hurt people, as can a hospital stay that I'm sure is a couple $100,000 that they'll be billing, which I won't be paying anywhere near that amount for. The one thing, and I almost hesitate to bring this up, but the one thing I didn't mention on that first episode about my accident and how my body has been affected, and I probably didn't bring it up for good reason, but I just find it so funny now. I noticed a little while after I'd gotten home, of course, because in the hospital and in rehab, I was mainly laying in bed. Muscles are going to atrophy. Leg muscles, obviously my right leg, my dominant leg was the hurt leg. And, there's a lot of big muscles in there. And the biggest muscles in your legs are your glutes. And so my glutes atrophied and my right ass cheek is as flat as a pancake. So I'm trying to build that back up. Got to do lots of squats or something. I'm pretty much done with PT. I kind of fired them, sort of, passive-aggressively. And I don't honestly think I need outpatient PT for anything. And I just need to kind of build up my strength in my leg. I'm driving. Didn't mention that earlier. Got back in the car a couple weeks ago. Things are looking up. And everything's getting back to normal. I'm sure by summer I'll be walking as normally as I possibly can. And we'll see. We'll see how things go as I progress and down through the years, see if I notice any pain when it starts to get cold in that foot-long pin that's in my leg now, and the incision spot, if that'll get sore. It's a little sore right now. It's still really no pain whatsoever. I kind of tweak my hip sometimes when I turn too quickly or make a misstep, but generally pretty much good to go and on the mend, and got really, really lucky. So like I said, I got Cleo to join me for a recording. I knew I was going to do a quick little update on my stuff, and I thought, hey, maybe she can record this weekend. So I asked her last Friday, you want to record for about an hour sometime on Saturday or Sunday? She said yes. Did it the next day on Saturday after she got home from play practice or play rehearsal. And here you go. This is what we've watched since the 1st of January. Enjoy. Oh, I almost forgot. The only things that aren't mentioned on this that I watched on my own during this time were 2 repeat viewings. Blowout was on, and actually Cleo, I think, was around. I don't know that she really paid attention or watched it, and she might have had to have gone somewhere in the middle of it. But I think she caught a good chunk of it, a good chunk of the beginning. I'd like to watch that one with her. I caught Escape from Alcatraz, one of those childhood favorites, Clint Eastwood, a young Fred Ward, just all kinds of people. Roberts Blossom, just a great cast, great story. Something I caught on TV when I was a kid that I would just constantly go back to if it was on cable. I know I rented it a few times, caught it on one of our channels and didn't get to finish it, so I went back and got it on demand and finished it off just because I love it. oddly enough, and it might have even been the same day that I watched Escape from Alcatraz, my wife and I caught Doc Hollywood, the movie with Michael J. Fox, which I always get confused with The Secret of My Success, which I hate. But we pretty much watched it all the way through, and Roberts Blossom has a decent-sized role in that movie. I always love seeing him. And, of course, he's got my favorite line from Christine. But anyway, here's Cleo and me talking about what we watched.
She had the smell of a brand new car. That's just about the finest smell in the world. Except maybe for pussy.
So back on the show is, as I've mentioned before, my third or second favorite co-host.
Oh.
Leo's back.
What the heck, man?
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I see how it is.
It's been since August of last year when we recorded with your mom about long legs and
Oh, yeah.
all kinds of other fun stuff. Yeah, that's over 6 months ago.
Wow. And nothing happened to you at all.
Nothing's happened since then in the world or in our lives.
Nope.
Mom has told me a little bit about you finding out what happened, but I haven't heard it from your perspective. I fell off the ladder, cracked my leg and my brain and my ribs and all that, and you were off with friends.
Yeah, I was at school on a Saturday practicing for something. It was like 12 something, and our teacher was like, yeah, you guys can go on a break for a little bit. And I hadn't had my phone this whole time because we were doing drama stuff with dance. And I go and check my phone and I see a missed call, a voicemail, a text from my cousin Will, and a text from my mom. And I went,
Yeah.
On iPhones, you can get transcripts of the voicemail. So when I get voicemail notifications, I see what has been said. So I didn't read the two texts and I didn't call my mom back. I just looked at the notification, didn't even open my phone. I was just looking at my phone like, Dad fell off a ladder. And I went, oh no. I was like, are we serious?
And you know how tall that ladder is, so.
Yeah, because I was helping you the day before.
Yeah. And helped last year when we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get scared for me?
Yeah, I got worried, but I think because I immediately called Mom and she was like, yeah, like he was talking and stuff when I went out there and found him laying in the gutter. And I was like, okay.
Which I don't remember at all.
Yeah, she said you were like fighting Alex and stuff.
Yeah.
Being sassy.
Yeah.
It checks out, guys. It checks out.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's like me when I'm asleep and somebody does something I don't like. I get pretty angry too. So, anywho, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. And then I texted Will and I was like, hey, can you come get me? Because I'm not staying at school until 2, which is when I was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told him what happened in the car and he was like, oh, shoot, okay. And then he was like, do you want to go get Deli D? And we did.
So
we
concerned.
Went and got Deli D.
Thanks, Will.
Guy, we were coping.
Yeah. Ooh, I could have gone for some Deli D while I was there.
It was good. That Deli D that me and him had.
Although I have to say the hospital food was really good. And the little pizzas they gave me a couple times were delicious. And the chicken tenders and the tater tots was another favorite. And then once I got to rehab, bunch of crap. Bunch of crap. And everything was sugar-free and healthy and bologna. Ugh, not bologna, but bologna as in BS.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was scared, but I think the fact that I didn't know when it happened, like I wasn't here, didn't hear you fall, because I remember Mom said that she heard something.
Yeah.
And then came out there and you were like, crumpled up on the floor or ground. So I was like, I'm chilling. And I got my sandwich, so you know.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. Well, so before then, and since then, we've watched a few things. Some
mostly horror.
Well, yeah, of course.
Of course.
I don't want to say big things from last year, although a couple of them are.
One of them definitely.
I guess stuff that I heard about or saw a lot of talk about on Twitter and other social media. So early on in January, we watched the Smile sequel, Smile 2, so
very cleverly named.
So what'd you think about that one?
It was pretty good. I mean, we both liked the first Smile. Smile 2 is pretty different in I don't want to say concept.
Yeah.
What is happening in it? I mean, obviously same plot, kinda, but different way of going about it. It's been out long enough. Can I spoil?
Yeah, I'm just going to give a general spoiler warning for this episode. Most of this stuff is from last year.
Except, did Companion come out this year?
Companion is fairly recent, which we'll get to in a little bit. But,
fair warning.
Spoiler warning for the shows or the movies we talk about on this, folk. If you don't want to hear about it, tune us off.
I kind of liked, because the first one, it's like an actual therapist. I don't even remember. In this one, it's just a quote-unquote normal person, except she's like a super pop star and is doing concerts and stuff. So it's different.
Lady Gaga-esque,
yeah.
I guess.
Very much worldwide pop star. But I thought it was fun.
I prefer the first one, which I've watched twice. So this one, I'm like, will I watch it again? I don't know. Maybe we'll stumble on it at some point and go, sure, why not?
Yeah, for Alfredo's skid-marked underwear.
Oh, yeah, the dude, the fan.
That was so odd. That was, ew.
It ended up in her house, or that she saw in her house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get to see his nasty skid mark underwear on the ground.
That was awful.
There were some creepy shots in that, though, like especially that scene where he's standing in the
hallway?
Way down the hallway, and the way that was framed and lit was pretty creepy. And I liked the beginning with Kyle Gallner's character returning.
And then getting very
oh, yeah, that was...
His...
The gore in this was pretty heavy.
Well, because even the way she dies, she stabs herself with a microphone in her eyeball.
Well, on his death, and then some of the other either imaginings or real deaths are pretty gruesome.
Gruesome, yeah.
They went all out on the gore. Yeah, I would say I prefer the first one, but who knows? Give it another shot. It's a little repetitive to me in a way.
Yeah, because it's the same, you can't do a bunch with it.
Just like some of the scenes were
very similar. Or,
to each other within the movie, not so much with the original, just within the movie itself. It's like after a while, you kind of, is what she's seeing real, or is it the creature, or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I was going to say, we need to watch the original short film thing that it's based off of. Is it Laura Hasn't Slept?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's the name, but it's something Hasn't Slept.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
We got to find it.
Yeah.
But I liked
it. Try and track it down. Yeah, it was fine. It was fine.
Yeah.
And then one that I did not like very much, we watched a prequel instead of a sequel. And I remember seeing this months ago and going, huh?
Yeah.
Why? So the Rosemary's Baby prequel, Apartment 7A, was Peacock, I think? Like a Peacock original or something, or Paramount. I always get the two confused.
Remember. Was it Peacock?
It was one of those two. I can never remember.
Was it Hulu?
No, it wasn't Hulu. It was an original, one of the streaming. I mean, I know Hulu does original things, but it wasn't them. It was one of the P's.
It's Paramount.
Okay, Paramount Plus.
Aha.
With Julia Garner, who I generally like and stuff. And she was fine in this.
Yeah.
Diane Wiest, I mean, I like her in most stuff. I did not care for her version of the character made famous by, Ruth Gordon. I almost forgot her name.
Yeah.
And her husband, their characterizations were, I mean, I get doing something different. You don't want to just be imitating these people.
It doesn't entirely make sense for the characters.
Right. Because they were very
calm.
I guess you could make an argument that maybe they changed their MO after this with Rosemary. So you could say, well, yes.
They learned from their
Yeah, right. They played it differently with Rosemary. They weren't so aggressive about it and upfront about it. It just seems like one of those, to me, a lot of times, and I think of Andor, that show, the Star Wars show that everybody really likes. It's really good, but I kind of don't care because I know what happens to that dude in Rogue One. I know what happens to this character in Rosemary's Baby.
Which also, it's a little disconnected there too, where it's like, well, if this happens to her, then who's this character in Rosemary's Baby? Right? Wasn't that something we were talking about? Like, this girl has the same name, but she's like doing something completely different in Rosemary's Baby.
I don't know if it's completely different. This is the girl that she talks to in the laundry room in Rosemary's Baby. And she says, you know, this older couple, they helped me and they literally got me out of the gutter and I was a druggie. And so it's the same character, and that happens in this movie, but
she hella dies at the end of Apartment 7A.
Well, yeah, she dies in Rosemary's Baby. That's who they find in the street.
Okay, then
yeah,
it's just the way they go about it. Yeah. Okay.
Some of the stuff though doesn't quite jive with what she has said in Rosemary's Baby, or I don't know. I should have. I mean, if I was doing an episode on it, I would have written down the goofs. Like, some things don't quite match.
Yeah, it's not consistent. But like, it was okay. I know you didn't like it, but I was like, no, this is chill.
I don't see myself ever watching that thing again.
Yeah, it's okay. But like, out of the other things that we watched, that would also probably not be very high on the list of a rewatch.
It definitely got the lowest rating from me. Well, actually, no, it tied with something else we watched recently.
Yeah, I was like, seriously, got the lowest rating?
Well,
because
I might even drop that half point now that I'm looking at it.
This one got a half a rating higher than the other movie that I believe we're talking about.
We'll get to in a little bit. Probably.
He chose you out of all the world, out of all the women in the whole world. He chose you. He arranged things because he wanted you to be the mother of his only living son.
And I mentioned this on the last episode that I did, and I just am now realizing that I mentioned it out of order because I was talking about 2024 watches for me. But we actually watched one of our all-time favorite movies shortly before I almost murdered myself. Game Night.
Of course. Always.
Which we go back to every couple of months, every 4. I think we watch it quarterly now, let's say.
Yes. And we should continue.
Yeah. I think this time it was your mom's
idea.
Well, let's watch Game Night.
Yeah.
Or somebody said it, and then she was like, well, we're watching Game Night, right? Because somebody said it the other night. So,
like, aren't we? Why wouldn't we? Come on.
We have access to it, so why not?
Literally. Oh, we've talked about it before.
So we've talked about it multiple times.
It's just the best. Come on.
And every time we talk about it, I insert the Frito-Lay clip. So here you go, people. I hope you're not sick of it just yet.
How can that be profitable for Frito-Lay?
That was the last movie that I have logged before my accident.
Oh, that's so ominous.
After that, the first kind of big horror movie from very late last year and early this year, we all watched as a family on your behest.
Yeah. Nosferatu.
Yeah. Now, you saw this in the theater with your cousin.
Yeah.
So talk about that.
On Christmas. It was Christmas. It was earlier in the day. And Will was like, do you and your family want to see Nosferatu with me? It shows at 10:10. And I was like, I do. And it was more of a matter if you and my mom wanted to see it.
That is way too late for us.
But I was like, but I want to see it.
Yeah.
You guys let me stay overnight on Christmas Day, and I went and saw it with Will, and I loved it. Will had already seen it, and I was just...
Oh, that's right.
I loved it. It was so weird.
Did he see it in LA?
I think.
He must have.
Yeah, because it was like it was 2023 or whatever when he was like, yeah, I saw Nosferatu.
I don't know if it was that long ago.
I don't know. I'm exaggerating. He had already seen it, so he wanted to see it again. because he also really liked it. And so I was like, well, yeah, this is cool. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I like The Witch, and they're pretty, not super similar, but like, I mean, it's the same. It's Robert Eggers, so.
Yeah, well, now you can check out his other movies.
Lighthouse and The Northman?
Mm-hmm. They're both
Really?
good. I think it still goes in descending order for me. I shouldn't say that. I really like The Witch, so I think that's my favorite. It's just nice and simple and concise. Lighthouse is fun, but it gets a little much. Two dudes arguing the whole time. I mean, really extreme about stuff. The Northman I need to watch again because I think I missed a lot of that. It's pretty long, but it's basically what Hamlet?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it's Hamlet.
I enjoy that story.
Yes.
Nosferatu, I would put that in between The Lighthouse and The Northman as far as liking. It was interesting. I haven't seen the original in so long. I know it's basically a remake of, it really is.
It's basically the exact same, but just like better and more put together almost. Me and Will, after we watched it, so it was like 1 a.m, we got home and we were like, let's look at the original. So we didn't fully watch it, but we looked at like clips and stuff of it, and it is very cartoony, but that's also because it's a silent film. It's like over 100 years old now, so
it's still fun though.
Yeah, it was fun. But I really, really liked it. I think
you should check out the 1980s one, because it's again pretty much the same story.
Yeah.
And I know that this one pulls from both of those versions. So it'd be good to compare. I watched it a couple of years ago. I don't remember all that much about it, but it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
You should watch the full original though. It is pretty interesting.
Because I want to say it's on Paramount, or it was.
Wherever Nosferatu is streaming. We watched that on there, and it was the quote unquote extended cut.
And it was like 4 minutes longer.
I don't know if you noticed anything extra about that.
I'm trying to think. I think I looked it up, but now I don't even remember because it wasn't big enough for me to have noticed from what I saw in the theater. So, still fun.
I was surprised at how funny it was.
Yes.
He, in particular, Count Orlok, the Nosferatu of the film.
He's like, we'll be neighbors.
Well, and him just going at, what's his name? That went to when he went to his castle. Like everything he said was a cut on him, and it was just, I'm like,
he was mean to him.
This is really funny.
Yeah, but I love it when he finally is like, they've made the deal about the house, and he's like, we will be neighbors. Like, okay. Well, that's so odd.
Who the heck played that character? Why can't I think of who it was?
Nicholas Hoult. Or which one?
Yeah. Yeah, no, him. He's kind of great at playing those
odd, kind of weird
loser. Well, I think of him like in The Menu and how he thinks he's such hot poop, and he's a big dumbass.
Well, even kind of in Mad Max Fury Road, he's a little loser.
Yeah.
But I like him in Fury Road, and in The Great, which me and Mom have watched. He's also a loser. He's very much a loser in that.
Yeah, he's good at playing those guys.
Yeah, I love him.
Think they're something special, and they're really doofuses.
But Thomas is a little more chill. He's just going through it that whole movie. Him and Ellen. And Lily Rose Depp was really good as Ellen.
Yeah.
I liked her. Yeah, it
was good. The acting was good. Cinematography was really interesting. I liked that, they built sets for it. And
yeah, it was all like real stuff. All the real rats.
His look didn't bother me at all. People were like, why does he have hair and a mustache? I was like, well, because he's
like a bajillion years old and like Romanian. Hello. Guys. He's Vlad the Impaler.
And the choice of having him be like an actual corpse instead of Twilight-esque vampire. They're dead. They're undead. So
yeah, I liked all of, and like, I don't know, the way it looks, it's super historical, and the historical like costumes and stuff, which I love. I was very pleased with that. It's very fun. I liked it. That and The Witch.
Yep. Well, check out his other ones then.
We'll have to.
Goodness. To what do Bastian and I owe the pleasure?
Well, we were all just talking, and we realized we haven't had a game night in ages, just the 7 of us.
So, I thought you were going to your brother's house. I never said that.
Well, come on, Gare Bear. Live a little. It's the weekend.
We were just saying how you were always better at games than Debbie was.
Well, thank you not to besmirch my ex-wife. That woman is an angel.
Oh, yeah, she was much better at games than you.
I will admit I have eagerly awaited a visit such as this.
Where'd he go?
Do we follow him?
It seems like it.
Ryan, you go first.
I'm scared.
The other big one from last year, this may be one of the biggest horror movies in a while.
Yeah.
And we again watched as a family. I've been pushing for this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then we finally got to it.
The Substance.
Yeah. So Demi Moore almost won an Oscar for
almost
being in a horror movie.
And we watched it the day of the Oscars. Literally finished it like 30 minutes before it was supposed to start.
That is right.
I loved it. It made me, you probably heard me talking about it, that it made me sad.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of
the
sort of the point.
Yeah. But it was good. It was gnarly.
I was trying to think if that had, well, yeah. I'm thinking of the end of Revenge and how extremely bloody that house is by the end of the movie.
I don't know if you heard me, but we were watching it and we got to the very bloody part of The Substance. I was like, wow, she really likes her blood.
Yeah.
Because think about Revenge, that whole end chase around the house is just blood everywhere.
Yeah. And of course, that's more realistic stories, so it's maybe a little bit more impactful in that than in The Substance.
But in The Substance, it's just fun because it's her arm spraying everywhere.
I enjoyed it. I give it the same criticism as like Smile 2, where it was felt like the same scenes being repeated throughout. That
was kind of my thing because it's a pretty long movie. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of focus on the switching back and forth. Right. But a lot of the time it was just Sue or, oh God, what's her name? Elizabeth.
Yeah.
It was just focusing on one or the other, which that's the whole point. They have to switch off each week until they don't. But I was like, it takes a good amount of time for some certain things to happen. I still liked it.
I think once we got to the part where it's mostly just Sue and she's delaying the switch, it felt like, okay, I need a switch. I need something to change. I get it. She doesn't want to switch back. How many times are we going to show this? And
it is great, though, when they do finally switch back and we get to see what Elizabeth looks like.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The repercussions of Sue taking too long to switch back.
And she gets her gnarly little finger, and then it's the old lady leg.
Yeah. It was good. That I could see watching again for sure.
Oh, yeah. It was just all the needle stuff that kind of hurt my heart.
It wasn't too realistic, though, at least. I don't think...
Yeah, that's my thing. Infamously Starry Eyes? Yeah. That had realistic nail and teeth.
Oh, yeah. No, I was thinking of people actually... them showing close-ups of people actually getting injections.
Oh,
that's what I was thinking. When you can tell it's like a real injection.
I can't do injections.
I know. Well, I don't like seeing it up close on a movie most of the time, so...
No, yeah.
None of this seemed all that realistic to me.
Yeah, but it was good.
Okay, so we got 2 more movies that we watched. You and I watched on the same day.
We did a little double feature.
Just last week, actually.
Robotic double feature.
And I didn't realize horror comedy double feature. I knew the first one. I wasn't aware that the second one was a comedy.
Yeah.
So the first one we watched was
Y2K.
And I don't really know anything about that guy, the comedian.
SNL. That's like the only thing that I know.
I've seen his face, but I don't really watch SNL anymore or a lot of sketch comedy shows anymore. So I was like not tuned into his whole deal.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing about it and seeing clips and then hearing a lot of negative stuff. And I think didn't Will was like ripping on
Will
it.
didn't like it, but I think he just thought it was dumb. It is not a good movie. It's not like this is trash and it's like an insult to horror or whatever. It's just dumb. It's just a dumb, kind of fun movie.
It is very dumb.
It is very dumb.
Poorly written. Yeah, you just got to give up on stuff making sense after a while, or their plans being thoughtful.
It's more for fun, I think. And I had fun watching it.
It was fun.
It's fun.
It's just really dumb. I like the actors in it. I mean, other than the guy that wrote and directed it, who I have no real connection to.
Yeah.
Kyle Mooney. I keep forgetting his name.
Yeah.
Jaden Martell, we like.
Yes.
Rachel Zegler. I've only seen her in a couple things. She seems
I like her. Yeah, I really like her. She's
and our
in Hunger Games.
Our Kiwi, Julian Dennison. Love him.
Yes, he's been in good stuff. He's always fun, too.
That dude from Stranger Things that was in it as the bully.
The way he dies in it.
So pretty much, it's Y2K, the electronics come to life. It's not just computers, it's everything. It's Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah. Which is also
but it's even dumber than.
Really bad movie, but it's still fun to watch. And like I said when we were watching it, I said we should do a double feature on
You could. I'd probably want to end on Maximum Overdrive because I think that movie's just slightly better, as bad as it is.
Yeah.
And I have a soft spot for it, having watched it as a kid. But this was just like a dumber Maximum Overdrive without a big Joker truck in it or whatever.
Is it Joker or Green Goblin?
Green Goblin. Sorry.
Yeah. I was like, it's one of the green ones.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That would have been amazing if it was in Y2K.
I don't know why I said Joker, to be honest with you.
First one that came to mind. I don't know. It was fun. Definitely not amazing or good, but I can still I think if movies are fun, I can still watch them and stuff.
I mean, I could actually see watching that again just for laughs. To
literally.
be honest.
Which honestly is probably the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Not to be too serious.
One of those weird A24 movies. Like, why did they pick this up?
Yeah, but it's A24.
This machine just called me an asshole.
And then the last one we watched right after that.
Yeah. Companion.
Yeah, with Sophie Thatcher, Jack Quaid. Do I know any of the other people in that?
I don't remember his name, but the guy from What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, the guy that's in Lucas Gage. He was in Smile 2. He's in...
Oh yeah, he was in Smile 2. I totally forgot about that.
He's in The White Lotus, which your mom just started watching. Yeah, and What We Do in the Shadows guy, Harvey Guillen?
Probably. Something.
Rupert Friend, very briefly. A lot of the other people I wasn't too familiar
yeah.
with.
Oh my gosh, Rupert Friend's in that.
Yeah, he's the Ruski.
Freak.
Yeah, so I didn't really catch on from the trailers and stuff that I saw that this was a comedy?
I didn't either.
Dark comedy? I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
It's not a comedy like Y2K that's played for laughs, but this has definitely got a funny undertone throughout. Even
one of the scenes later in the movie where she switches her voice to, I think it's German. That's kind of a tense scene, but it's comedic on purpose, I think.
Right. With the cop. Yeah. I think I sussed out just from the trailers what was going on in this movie, and it's not, I mean, this is spoiler territory, people, so I don't know, tune out if you don't want to know, but it revealed pretty quickly, and I think if you're paying attention at all to what the Jack Quaid character is saying to her character, the Sophie Thatcher character, I don't know, I have
Iris.
no idea what their names are.
I do. It is Iris.
Yeah, you're much better at remembering stuff like that.
Which also, the other thing, I don't know if this was done on purpose, but Iris is Siri.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if that was on purpose.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
But, yeah. Robot.
She's a robot. Robot companion, shall we say. Again, you can tell when he's asking her what the weather, or even at the very beginning when he says, wake up. Wake up, Iris. And it's like, and okay.
Snaps awake. Yeah.
I get it. I'm like, is that really what's happening? Oh, yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Like I said, you could kind of suss that out from the trailers.
Because I think
that I saw.
I knew. I don't even remember, but I remember knowing. I was like, she's a robot, isn't she? And then it was like, he finally did the go to sleep thing and she just shuts off or whatever.
Right.
And, yeah.
And I liked the twists in it, that there's more than one robot companion in the film. Won't say who. We'll leave that a surprise for you people.
Yeah, because I didn't necessarily see that coming.
I didn't see that coming, actually, at all. Just because of the way that they interact with, they're not obviously robots.
Yeah. I feel like Iris is a little more clearly put to be not a real person.
Well, yeah, and that's just mainly because of the way he talks to her. But
which is also a commentary.
When they replay scenes of the other conversations, then it's like, oh, yeah, duh. Why didn't I catch that? It was a lot funnier than I was expecting. And people that listen to my show know that I'm not big on horror comedies, but I liked this one a lot.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it too. It was like enjoyable, and I didn't really know where, because there are plot twists and like not weird directions, but there's like, it doesn't go in the way that I necessarily assumed when we were watching it. And I liked that and mind that.
Well, and it's one of those ones where I'm like, did they play their hand too early? The inciting incident happens pretty early on. And so then you're like, well, what's the next step going to be?
What's going to happen?
She gets out of that situation. I was like, well, what are they going to throw at us next? So they hit those spots pretty well, I thought.
Well, yeah.
It never turned into the ridiculousness and Y2K. Like, what's going to happen next? And it's like,
yeah, where it kind of drags.
Well, and then they do something really stupid.
Yeah.
Iris is trying to get away this whole time, and that's thwarted at every turn. But nobody does anything really too terribly idiotic to where I'm just going, please.
Yeah, no. A lot of the things that she would have been able to do, she can't because, like, they're isolated, or there's a big part of the movie where it's like, well, she's a robot. She is controlled by Jack Quaid. So it's like, she can't do certain things, like, literally. Because at one point he puts her intelligence to, like, 0 or something.
Right.
she can't do anything about that.
Right. The obstacles she faces that she conquers, and then that's what I'm saying. It's done very well where he has control over her, but then she gets it back, and then she loses it again, but, or she makes her escape, but doesn't quite. And it's written in a pretty thoughtful way where we don't have to just make it an idiotic event that somebody does something really stupid just to propel the plot, which I hate. And it sort of ends like Ex Machina.
Yeah, it does. Which is also pretty similar, like, commentary.
Yeah. I mean, robot chicks,
Robot chicks. But I liked it. I like Companion.
Something that I briefly brought up on my last episode that we watched at the end of last year also had Sophie Thatcher in it.
The Heretic.
Yeah. We watched her in The Boogeyman.
Oh, yes. I always
a couple years ago.
Yeah. And then she's in your guys' show, Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, she's in Yellow Jackets, which your mom and I watch. And she's very good in that. She's really good in this.
I like her.
And I don't know if she knows how to speak all those languages, or if she just fudged, or if I hope they didn't use AI for that. It seems to be what people are doing these days.
Yeah.
The brutalist.
I was literally going to say Adrian Brody. She probably just like learned it for her lines for it. I believe it. She seems cool. Don't use AI, please, Sophie Thatcher.
Well, it wouldn't be her, it'd be the filmmakers.
Yeah, it'd be them.
Yeah, she was good in The Heretic. That was a fun one to watch. I really enjoyed that one.
I also recently rewatched that with my boyfriend.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would watch that one again.
It's good.
Twisty and turny as well. A little bit sadder, though, than this one.
Yeah, for sure. Not as
far as what happens to people.
Happy, yeah. Not as comedic.
No. There's some funny stuff in it.
Like him singing Creep by Ray.
Right.
God, it's so frightening.
So, no, I will not accept that you stand there and tell me that you've never heard The Air That I Breathe by the Hollies, when I know that you have heard Creep by Radiohead. Oh, yes, you have. Come on. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. Okay. What the hell am I doing? I know these are things you're thinking right now, but they're also lyrics you recognize, yes?
And he's good in it. Hugh Grant is a good horror villain.
Yeah. And a good Oompa Loompa.
No. No, he's okay. That's a silly movie.
Yeah, which also me and Will rewatched. Well, Will watched for the first time. I rewatched Wonka before we went and saw Nosferatu to pass time on Christmas.
Oh, that's an interesting double feature.
The Hollies filed a plagiarism lawsuit against Radiohead, which they later settled by proving that the melody and rhythm of The Air That I Breathe appear in Creep. How old are you, 19 or 20? Something like that. Okay, so maybe you know Lana Del Rey, who remarkably was sued by Radiohead for plagiarizing Creep in her 2017 song, Get Free. Iterations. Over time. Diluting the message. Obscuring the original.
You noted that you were logging on your Letterboxd Minority Report.
Oh,
you
yeah.
watched that in your class. So what else have you watched in your class?
I can actually look. Let me pull it up. But we watched Minority Report the week before. I think 2 weeks ago now, we watched The Village, which I love The Village. So I was very happy that we got to do that.
I love it too.
Yeah, it's good. And we watched Hamlet because we had to do a Hamlet unit. And then we watched The Lion King because that's Hamlet.
Which Hamlet did you watch?
The Kenneth Branagh one, which hurt my heart a little bit. There were some directorial.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it. I've seen
That's
some of his other. I've seen Henry V, but I haven't seen many of his other Shakespeare adaptations.
Yeah, it's 4 hours long, so.
Yeah.
And weird. We watched Interstellar in that class, Truman Show, Jaws, let's see, Edward Scissorhands.
You said Interstellar, and I heard Inner Space, and I'm like, you watched that movie in class?
No. Yeah, we watched Interstellar.
Oh, no. That wasn't the movie I tried to get you to watch. It was another Dennis Quaid movie, Dreamscape. Anyway.
Huh. But yeah, I like that class because we get to watch a lot of good movies. Like we watched True Grit in that class, which I like.
Yes.
And I had seen before we watched it in film.
Yeah.
I thought I hadn't.
Kinda.
So rude.
What did you say after Interstellar? Because I sort of interrupted you.
Truman Show, Jaws, and Edward Scissorhands in Rear Window.
Ah, nice. Good stuff.
Yeah, good movies. Good. All of them, well, except the 4-hour Hamlet, which I didn't really enjoy, but it was still fun to watch.
What do you guys have coming up?
I don't know our next movie, but I do know that we have to do a Frankenstein unit. And I know my teacher wants us to watch Young Frankenstein, which I have seen. And I also really like. And I think we're going to watch like the 1937 Frankenstein and maybe Bride of Frankenstein.
I think they're earlier than 37.
I don't even. But I know we're going to at least watch like the OGs and Young Frankenstein.
It might be 1932.
Okay.
I'll have my AI companion. That here.
Frankenstein was released in 1931 and Bride of Frankenstein in 1935. Son of was released in 1939.
We watched some, you remember? I know we watched Son of Frankenstein and maybe Bride.
Yeah,
quite a few years ago.
Yeah, because I was younger and I don't really recall a lot of it.
Yeah.
But we've watched Young Frankenstein a few times.
Well, Young Frankenstein, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, that's kind of a pun for the movie.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh my gosh.
Are you saying that I put an abnormal brain into a 7.5-foot long, 54-inch wide gorilla?
We're on a symbolism unit in films, so that's why we're watching weird, like Minority Report and The Village, because I guess both those have a good amount of symbolism in them, which they do.
Yeah, yep.
It's fun.
Well, maybe you guys will watch Trap. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
There's so much symbolism in that.
There's so much. We should go down there.
It doesn't look cool.
Doesn't look cool.
That hole that they've just left wide open that would kill somebody if they were walking through the aisle right now.
It was so great.
All right, kiddo. Well, until we meet again.
Yeah.
What should people watch out of what we talked about?
Substance and Nosferatu.
Yeah. I'd throw Companion in there too.
Yeah, definitely. I'll just say my two faves.
I agree. I concur.
If you dare, Y2K.
Yeah, if you
need a laugh.
Late at night and you're feeling silly, maybe.
Yeah.
Check that one out. All right, kid. Well, thanks for stopping by the old man's show.
Of course.
I don't know. Maybe during the summer we'll hit some more episodes or spring break. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we do. It's fun.
We got to watch more movies though.
I know we need to.
Well,
because you fell off a ladder, so we had to kind of pause. So
yeah, I know. 2 weeks at least for that.
Yeah, that was so fun.
All right. Well, we will talk again when we talk again, whenever that will be. Thanks for stopping by, kid.
Of course.
All right. And thanks to you all for stopping by and giving us a listen. Hopefully I'll have something for you soon. I am still thinking about my Tech Talk episode, which I mentioned who knows how long ago. So maybe that'll get done sometime soon. All right. Have a good day. Have a great month. Great rest of your year. Still keeping our fingers crossed on how things are going. And don't forget,
anything can happen when you wake up heavy.
I'm not dead!
Wow, this has just been such a pleasure. I'm such a lucky boy. I can't wait to go home.
Wake Up Heavy is a Weirding Way media podcast.
If you're looking for more horror outside of the mainstream, look no further than Unsung Horrors, a podcast about underseen horror movies. I'm Lance.
And I'm Erica. Every other week, we'll cover a horror movie with fewer than 1,000 views on Letterboxd. We'll even give you double feature recommendations to pair with the movies we discuss.
From gothic to shot on video, from slashers to comedies, from giallo to J-horror, we'll cover all the subgenres. So join us as we unearth these hidden gems of horror.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Unsung Horrors, available wherever you listen to podcasts. And part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.